We lost. Let's talk about it. All right. Number one, woke up late yesterday. All right. Not like woke up. I went to bed at like 5 a.m. because it was my day off. Woke up at like 9:30. Right. Get on the charts. Okay. This is what I see. Okay. I was, again, it's at 9:30, so it was right here. Okay. We had just swept out. Let's go to the 5-minute if we can. I had just seen the sweep right here, right? So at this time, right, we were setting up for buys and sells. There was no retracement to get that buy option. So I was like, okay, we're setting up for buys to get that retracement and to go back up, but we're also setting up for sells to get that retracement. Okay, I could have taken a sell, I didn't. Okay, I took a buy. Okay, what did I take? Okay, I took 2 buys. We lost money because I went break even here. This is why I lost. But let's talk about it. All right. So again, we already have our key levels. We were pretty neutral on the day. Wasn't really much that I could target. It didn't really tell me much. There was a big drop here that swept out this liquidity, so I could have technically gone through that, but this doesn't really look like any sort of liquidity sweep I see, especially on the 1 hour time frame. You could tell. I mean, yeah, it went down and got this, but look at all this. Usually when you see liquidity sweeps, it's like this. Comes here, immediate, go down. Just like this one. Comes down, immediate, go up. So it didn't look like a pre-market liquidity sweep. But I was like, okay, I'm going to be very patient here. We're looking for buys and for sells. So I'm going to be looking for entries. Once it hits, right, I was more leaning towards buys because, of course, this looks beautiful. And there was no retracement for buys, right? So I'm looking for that retracement. Okay, first one I get right here. What was this? This was a break of structure on the 1 minute. I immediately lose. Okay, I go for that second trade. I get this big leg up. I actually had my first take profit here. I had it here at first, but then I realized this is another form of low resistance liquidity. I could have put it up here. I didn't feel like it. So we actually got, once it got up to here, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go break even. We hit break even, and we would have eventually won, even all the way up to here, which would have been like a 2-to-1. Yeah. We could have actually technically gone all the way to a 4-to-1, but we're not gonna fucking do that. Actually, we wouldn't have, because of the fact that it would have hit our break-even point regardless. So, here's, okay, this is, I was a little upset. I lost about like $900. I can't really check, right, because Alpha Futures is being weird. Really weird. It's not really being that good. So, regardless, I mean, I could check this. 866. It says 3 trades, but I really... Oh, I remember. The first one I took for that second entry, I messed up the timing. I accidentally hit, like, buys instead of sells or something. It was something like that. But, regardless, I lost like $900, just about. So this is about accurate. But you know, things like that happen. It was just a bad day. I think if I were to, I think I messed up, and the reason that I messed up was because number one, I wasn't on my game. I went to bed, or I woke up late. And number two, I went break even when there was no reason for me to break even. I was just trying to be safe, and there was no reason for me to even be safe in this point of time. I should have just not worried about the thought of losing profits, but I was worried, and it made me lose. So, or lose out on any sort of profits and be up on the day. But regardless, that's okay. Things happen. Don't, you know, I was kind of beating myself up about it, but I realized, like, there's no reason to. There really isn't. But what do I see here? Let's go to the 5-minute. Let me get see something a little better. Wait. first thing I see, triple top is crazy. That's a lot of low resistance liquidity here, especially with equal highs and this very strong draw on liquidity with this opening gap. I want to mark these out as well over here. What are you so afraid of? Okay. On the low, what do we have? Not really a pre-market liquidity sweep, just more of an uptrend. If it was this one right here and it started going up from that one, then I'd see it. But here you can see that kind of like building right here. Not really telling me much. Let's go to the 4-hour. See any profit targets we could see. Of course, we have this high right here. We have this low right here. We won't do anything else. We're not going to go for big targets anyway, so I'll mark those out. What would I rather do today? I'd rather go for buys. They have stronger draws on liquidity, but I am pretty neutral on the day. But we do have this SMT that we had formed, and we're kind of reacting off of it. Which, for this to be completed, we have to go all the way down there. On NASDAQ is what we'd be looking at. So, okay. I just want to see. Yeah, not much that we're missing. So, actually, we want to go right here, not here. Yeah, I guess we'd be going for sells today. Let's not overthink it. We know what we're doing. It's fine. We know exactly what we need to do. Let's see the hourly. See if we can see anything else that maybe could tell us the story. I think if we do go for sells, which we most likely will, number one, we have this right here, this right here as profit targets. I think we'll probably go above Asian session highs, and then drop down to probably complete the SMT. We're going to be looking to trade on NASDAQ. So we have this big SMT here, which tells me that we are bearish, even though we do have some very strong draws on liquidity right here. But regardless, that's okay. We're going to be going, again, this is our strategy. We're going to go with our strategy. So, going to be looking for sells today. But I did want to say I had a really good conversation with my homies, and because of course, like right now I'm in a situation because I want to be honest with everybody, because again, this is what I want to do with this whole channel, is to document everything of how I'm feeling and what is going through my mind. I'm at the point right now where I can't really do much else on the charts. I can't really backtest because it most likely will have more of a negative effect on me than a positive. I already know that my strategy works. There's no reason to reinforce that. But at this point, the only thing that I can, because I want to work harder and make sure that I'm doing everything right. But the only thing I can really do is just sit and wait, and just be more consistent every day. So, it's a very big thing. And I talked to my homie about it yesterday, and he was, telling me, right now it's like waiting for the bus. It's coming. But how long are you willing to wait? How long are you going to just sit there? Are you willing to wait long, short? Because at some point, you're going to have to catch that bus. You're going to have to go someplace. So I was like, I thought about it. I'm like, wow, that's a good way to put it. Because, I mean, there ain't no other way to put it. Also, I wanted to check Forex Factory because I'm pretty sure we have some sort of news today. We don't actually have any news. Alright, cool. Holy shit! Fucking every red folder on the goddamn planet. Average core retail, non-farm employment change, retail sales, unemployment rate, manufacturing and services PMI. Jesus Christ, Tuesday's bullshit. And then CPI on Thursday. Nothing on Friday. Nothing on Monday. I would say I'm probably not gonna trade Tuesday and Thursday. I might not trade Friday or Monday. We'll have to see. But yeah, I just wanted to be more transparent and make sure that don't sit there. Yeah, like yes, I made a mistake yesterday. I probably shouldn't have even traded regardless, even though I would have won if I wouldn't have went break even. There was two big mistakes. What was my mistakes? I shouldn't have traded after I woke up late, even though there was no entries. Just because my head's not in the game fully. I'm not like up. I'm not really conscious. And number two would be just there's no if there's no reason to go break even, don't go break even. Just lose the money. Just fucking lose the money. What's the point? If anything, you just get another fucking account. But I lost money. Yeah, whatever. That's what happens. It happens. There's nothing that yeah, I'm at 100,639. I lost like I said, like $900. So I mean that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and post this, and we have today set up. We're looking for sales. So I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Peace out, love. Don't fucking sit there and always believe in yourself. Don't sit there and just fucking doubt yourself.